Hello, everybody. How are you? I hope you are having a wonderful Sunday as best as you can. So, I was going through and trying to plan out, because I want to mix things up. But, we've been doing a lot of dungeon stuff. We're doing a lot of, well, we're doing a lot of everything, to be honest with you. And I'm really enjoying it. I'll tell you, this is the way the format's going to go going forward. Whether we grow or not, I can care less. We are going to be a more back to the old days where we're more alive and more, what's the word I'm looking for? Um, More involved with the community. I always liked the live format. We started it years ago, out in the kitchen. It was the first thing that we ever did, and that's all we would do was live format. So, we mess things up, we screw things up, we do the best we can, whatever. So, I was going through and I wanted to fit in some tiny battle stuff, some flying pig stuff, some GMT stuff, trying to balance between Warhammer Quest and try and just kind of come up with a game plan over the next 2 weeks, because it's not going to be easy for anybody. Let's be honest. And I ran into this game that just was kind of just really fascinating. Savage Wilderness, the French and Indian War. It's from our boys over at Lock and Load Publishing. Okay. Um, and the thing that got me about it was it's a entry level skirmish game. And I went, okay, this looks interesting. So took the wrapper off of it and looked. And I was completely fascinated because the maps, there's two scenarios on each little 8 by 10. Now, I'm going to laminate all these so they never get ruined ever. Okay, because a little smart here. Okay, so I'm going to laminate all this. But I took a look at it and I went, this would be interesting. So I kind of breezed through the rules. So expect a ton of mistakes, but there's not a lot of rules here either. But even to that point, I'll make some mistakes without a doubt. Let me just take a sip of water. I've been out here trying to clean and try to get things right. Is anybody over in Twitch? Can they let? Of course, we're dual streaming because that's what we do. Oh, channel. There we go. Why don't I go to the channel? Did I mess it up? I'll tell you, I'd mess up a nightmare if I could. It'd be unicorns and rainbows. All right. Okay, cool. All right, there we go. It looks like it's working now. All right, excuse me. Because I'm going to be talking. So let's go up there. AV is good on YouTube. Good. That's all that matters. Zeblik, how are you? James, how are you? Steph, how are you? Monster? Danny? Zemi? All right, we got everybody here. All right, here we go. Who else did I miss? Did I miss any? James Brazil, Downriver Rick. All right, now I know it's real. Now I know it's real. All right, so anyways, it's kind of interesting because the first scenario that we're gonna try. Now, this is the first time I'm trying this game. Just as maybe it's the first time some of you are seeing it. Zablik, thank you for popping in there, brah. 5x5, he says. I remember what that is. So, as you can see, this is Grand Prix. This is the first scenario, and then later is Bloody Run, which is later on. But they're all on these cards, and they have different setups and stuff like that. So I'm gonna show that to you guys too as well. So here, they give you all the instructions that you need to kind of get this going, and it's kind of cool. First player, okay, and I'm doing it solo, so we're going to see how it works. The French players, the French are the first player, so they go first, okay. Place 2 Millis, 2 Indian, 2 1 CDB, and 1 leader in any F hex except the 5 building hexes. Now, over here, there are 5 buildings, and you're going to see there because that's where all the British are. The British are the second players. Place 2 Prov and 3 militia in any B hex. Okay, there's no reinforcements for this scenario because it's the first scenario. Special rules: retreat, fall back to headquarters. British units fall back towards the center building. Okay, so they're gonna, when they start getting knocked around, they're gonna try to fall back there. The winning the game, the British score 2 points for each full strength unit that exits off the map without following the road. Now the road, as you can see, is going to go right through there, so they can't follow the road. They will not get any points for that. Both sides score 1 point per hit inflicted on enemy units. All right, if that's the way it's going to be, so be it. The highest score when one side has no more units on the map. The highest score when one side has no more units on the map. So it's either death or escape, whatever one works. All right. All right. Yeah, this is just a very, and I'll show you the back of the book. It basically tells you this is an intro game, but this is more of a historical type of intro game. So usually you'll have like a World War II type of intro thing, Germans, Americans, blah blah blah. But this is a little bit different here. So I'm going to read you a little flavor text here real quick, and then we'll get going here. And I'll show you how this all works. The Battle of Grand Prix is a major non-siege battle of King George's War. Captain Coulon de Villers, okay, believe me, I'm not going to try to do this too much, okay, led a mixed force of Canadians, Indians, and Acadians through snowstorms to attack a 500-strong force of Massachusetts militia in the town of Grand Prix. With the help of local Acadian guides, the French force entered the town during a blinding snowstorm and achieved almost complete surprise as they attacked the 10 houses where the British were holed up. All right, okay, so now it's on. Now it's on. Okay, so let's really take a look at a few things here, and I think we can do that by going to our secondary camera. Okay, there we go. Got to make the noise. Okay. All right, I'm going to try to do this. Let's see if this works. Okay, hold on. We're going to move this out of the way. There we go. No, it's not going to focus in. All right, well, anyways. So anyways, if you can see, no, you can't. All right. Sometimes just admit defeat, and just like the British are going to do very shortly. And see, I gotta adjust that camera over there. I gotta download the program, the Aviator program, and so I can adjust and just cut the thing. All right. I love the Unquiet History War games, bringing History War games bring. Oh, thanks for this one, Rob. Oh, you're welcome, James. It's just always fun doing this kind of stuff. Okay, so I'm going to show you up top here. I'm going to take one of these guys. All right, so basically these. Okay, there we can see right there. One die, you have to roll under a 6. Okay, they have a movement of 3. This is for forest. They can move through forest without a problem. Okay, and then they have a step down. As you can see, it's harder to roll under a 3 to be successful. So, not cool. That's going to help with morale and all the other stuff. All right, so I'm going to move this mouse out of the way for a second. All right, why don't I just get it off the screen? So, okay, there we go. So it doesn't. Yeah, all right. Everything is done with a D10. So we're going to do that. The Indians have some special rules here. So the first that are going to go are the French. So the French are going to go, and what they're going to do is on their first turn, and the way this works, sequence of play, deploy reinforcements. Reinforcements are deployed and immediately available for use. Well, there's no reinforcements in this one. Okay? Plain and simple. This is just Battle it out. Live, die, whatever. All right? All right, now, first player movement. Now, we can move. Now, here's the key here. When you move into a hex where there's an enemy, you have to immediately stop. So even though we have 3 movement, we have to stop. We cannot continue our movement. So I want to block these guys out. All right, this guy has a chance of getting away. So, a few of these guys have a chance of getting away. First player moves any units they choose. All right, so I don't know. I need to. This guy, the leader, is going to help you because the leader gives you -1, subtracts when you're attacking. During combat, the leader subtracts 1 to all rolls by the unit it is stacked with. Only 1 leader is allowed. You cannot stack anything else here. Okay? Just had to go look up King George's War. It took place a decade before the French and Indian War. Well, there you go. And but this just goes all the way through. This is actually this covers a unique time period. It covers the whole spectrum of it. There's a ton of scenarios in here, by the way. Do I leave it the way it is? I'm going to move this guy here. All right. Let me move this guy here. I think I'm taking a chance here. He has to move back towards town. Okay, that's fine. Those are my 2 moves, okay, that I decided to do. Second, defensive fire. The second player may take defensive fire against any unit of the first players that is currently adjacent to or within range of the second player's units. Okay. So now they're going to fire on us. All right. So what's going to happen here is, well, let's start here. This guy's going to fire into here. He has to roll under a 5 to hit. Can he do it? Nope. That's a miss. This guy has to roll under a 6. A 5. He was able to hit the militia here. The militia is going to get hit, and then it retreats. It retreats 1 space. So we're going to choose to retreat it there. All right. This militia is going to fire into there. They need a 5 or under to hit. Okay. Hits and eliminates this unit. So that's 1 unit that is completely gone. So that's 2 victory points for them. Now, this unit here is going to fire into where the leader is. All right. And I should have left that leader up there because they only would have had 1 attack, but I foolishly ran right into this. So he needs a 6 or under. 9, that's not going to do it. This guy here is going to fire into the leader as well. And he gets a 6. Now on a step, he drops down. Well, this will get interesting real quick because, okay, on a 1 to 5, the leader is killed. Otherwise, the leader survives. Okay. We should know better with how I roll. Oh, the British are just fighting them off. Downriver Rick, who won this war? All right, so that's their entire first turn. They are already fired. So now it is the first player's offensive fire. Okay, and the first player may engage in fire combat with adjacent units. Well, that's going to happen, all right. He's going to fire right into there. 6 or under. But here's the thing with the Indians. The Indians get two dice. Okay? Yeah, they roll 2 d10s. If one of them is equal to or less than the combat factor, it is a successful hit, and the target counter is flipped and reduced. Okay. There it is. Hit him. So he's going to be reduced. All right. Now here's the neat thing about this. There is a pushback. They're always pushing towards the center of town. This guy's going to come here. This guy's going to come here. And this guy's going to come up here. Here's another neat thing about this. Is the Indians always get to follow up and attack. All right. They can keep attacking. All right. Okay, hold on. Let me read this. If one of them is equal to is a the target unit counter is flipped. The special combat ability may not be used against units in forts or entrenchments. No, they're not in entrenchments. Advance after combat. Special Indian action. If advancing after combat unit is an Indian, it may engage in another attack on the retreated unit, but no other units. So he can attack this unit, but he can't attack this unit here. All right. So, yeah. See you later, buddy. All right. So now he's going to advance into the center of town. All right. So there we go. We got a little bit of victory there for our boys. Oh, let me put it over here. All right. So things weren't going too well for the Indians, but they took care of that real quick. All right. This Indian here is going to attack into there. Let's see what he can do here. That's going to be a 5, and that's going to be a hit. They always retreat towards the center of town. So he is going to retreat there. Okay. I want to check one thing with retreat. Towards the hex of a specific area, or away from an enemy. If no retreats, any unit with an F that does not have an F terrain reminder. Okay, hold on. If a unit is unable to retreat due to being surrounded by the enemy or impassable terrain, it is eliminated. That dude is eliminated. Because there was no way for him to retreat towards the hex. He needed to retreat towards that hex. All right, he's going to follow up. Our boy here is going to try to roll under a 3. All right, to make a statement. Okay. He's going to make a statement, and he's going to try to take this guy right out. All right, let's see if he can do it. 9. No, that's not going to do it. Now, this guy here is going to try to stop him from leaving. Get him. No, he did not get him. All right, so now what happens, according to this, the second player movement. The second player moves any units that they choose. All right. Well, he would go 1, 2 off. Remember what the thing said. He would go off. And then he, what kind of terrain is that? That's, that would be 2 movement points. Let me just check. Is that a hill? Nope. That looks like grassland to me. Or clearing. Yeah, that's clearing. So you move 1, and then he would be able to move 2. So essentially, they overran the thing, and the victory... Oh, hold on. Oh, if he got hit once, he was just dead. All right. All right, we'll figure this out. Hold on. Okay, and then the first player's defensive fire. Oh, okay. All right, so let's take a look. So that's how that would have played out. This was considered a French victory. Well, yeah, it sure was because they ran. All right, score 2 points for each full strength that exits off the map. 2, 4, 6. 1 point. Both sides score 1 point for inflicted hits. Okay, so that was 1, 2, 3. So that's 9 to 4. So essentially, the British would have won that because they got away. Let's do that one more time. We're going to do it one more time, and then we'll try another one. Very simple, very, 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 very simple game. All right, let's take a look here. And then we'll try a different one, I think. This time we're going to set up a little differently. All right, so this dude's going to be in the middle. This guy's going to be on outside because he wants to get the hell out. There, there, and there. Now, it doesn't say anything about element of surprise. Retreat, fall back to headquarters. Okay, so anytime they get hit, they have to move back. All right, first of all, this guy here is completely useless, so we're going to put him in there. We're going to put him next to there. Then we're going to have the Indians up here. We're going to have our CB. No, we're going to put our Indians there because we're going to try to really stop them from going anywhere. There. And then I think our Melis right there and there. So we're not going to want any movement here, to be honest with you. I think that's the way we're going to try it this time. Let's see what happens this time. Let's see what happens this time. All right, let's give this another whirl here. I'm going to move this because this doesn't really come into play. I'm going to put this right here. All right. All right, let's see. We don't care if this guy takes off. Let him take off. What we want to do is squeeze everybody. So let's go back and start our entire turn. See if we can do this more than one turn. Sequence of play. Deploy any reinforcements. None. And again, I'm learning this the same time you guys are. And I don't think you can move if you're in an enemy hex. Movement. Okay. If you are locked in combat, movement ends immediately upon moving adjacent to an enemy unit. You may move away from an enemy unit on a following turn. Okay, that's what I want to do without paying extra movement points. Perfect. Okay. We don't do anything. So now the British are going to fire, but we didn't give them much to fire at. Okay. So this guy's going to try to roll under a 5. Does not. Fail. This guy is going to needs to roll under a 6. Okay. No. Oh, no, but he rolled a 6. So it's there or under. Okay, so here we go again. So now this guy, he dies on a 5. Oh, what was that? Hold on. I got to take a look. That's a 7. No, he's fine. He stays. Okay. So that's one victory point for our friends here. This guy here is going to fire into there. He needs to roll under a 5. No, he does roll a 5. Wow. This guy's going to roll here. 1. Man, it is on. And this guy's going to roll here. 9. Nothing. All right. So that was that. So now, first player offensive fire. They still get... Okay, so he's going to fire into here. He needs a 5 or less. 8. That's a miss. He is going to need a 4 because he gets a bonus of +1 because of the leader. Okay, so let's see what happens there. 4, 1. That's all you need. And, oh, reduced him. Now he retreats. What happens? He moves here. He moves there. And that's the way that works. Now, do we squeeze him in? I think we follow up. I sure do. I sure do. All right, so now the Indians get to roll 2 D10. So this guy, I think he's gonna. Boy, do we go after this guy or this guy? I think we go after the militia. That's what I think. We're gonna go right there. All right, we need to roll under a 3. Oh boy, with 2 dice. 2. So that gets hit, and oh, he's dead. Look at that, a little graveyard. Now the thing that would help our boy here is if he follows up. He's going to follow up. All right. All right, that's good there. Here, he's going to roll 2 dice. He needs to roll under a 3 as well. And he does. He gets a 2. And that is going to reduce him. Now, what happens here really gets interesting now because he's going to move here. He's going to move here. And he's going to follow up. And he gets another attack. He gets another attack on him. Oh, these Indians are brutal. And a 3 is exactly what he needed, and he finished him off. He is not going to follow up. All right. Now, finally, right here, he needs to roll a 5 on 1 die. Let's see what if he can. 3. He does. And he's going to retreat. He always has to try to retreat towards the thing. Here's the thing. He cannot retreat that way because there are enemy units blocking that entire way. So he is eliminated from our battle. Okay. Now, that was first. Okay. So now the second player movement. They can move. All right. This guy can move out of here. He's going to go 1, 2. He escapes off. This guy's going to move. He's going to move 1. Here's the thing, though. Okay. You can move into a thing, but then your movement stops automatically. All right. So now, after that, now it's the first player's defensive fire. So now he's got this Indian is going to roll and see if he can get under it. He gets that 2, and that's it. And that, wow. So they wiped out that entire. That's the way to play that. Okay. So let's add up the points. 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 points. Okay. They got 2. 7-2, an overwhelming victory for the French. All right, that's how it's supposed to be. All right, that's how I think it was supposed to be. Whoa! Isaac subscribed with Twitch Prime. Thank you. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate that. And I hope you follow us as well. I really appreciate that. Isaac Chuck, 1975. Thank you so much. We do a lot. And if you're not subscribed over to us on YouTube, give us a subscribe. And we do all kinds of things. All right, so let's take a look at the next scenario because I'm curious now. All right. We've only been going 31 minutes. That's fine. We can do that. All right. I think we have this. Okay, so the next one is a totally different one that we have to pull out of the box here. So let's pull it out. Oh, here it is. It's right here. All right, now you got my interest. What's up here? Okay. All right, so we're going to take this one away. I'm going to put that over there. We're going to put this one in. Because now That is a brutal little, I gotta agree. That's a brutal little scenario. I got a feeling this one's a little bit tougher. So let's find out. All right. So we need one Indian. Remember, they can be in the forest. One Molyneaux marked on F. Okay. We'll read the little bit of the historical data that goes with this too. Okay, let's get these guys out of there. This has my interest. This really does. All right, the second player, the British are the second player, and place one prov in hex B. Okay. Now, what's hex B considered? That's like a town or something? It's not a fort. Okay, all right. There are certain things that can go wrong here. Okay, so there. So that's how we start off. Okay, so here's what happens. Major Joseph Fryer was leading 200 Prov militants with the mission to clear the Arcadias from the Petitonic River. To speed things up against a minimal resistance he encountered, he sent half his force to the west bank to clear village de Blanchard. This was just the opportunity the locals operating guerrilla style were waiting for. As the British complete their destruction, the locals counterattack. Okay, so special rules. Terrain, the town aflame. Okay, what does that mean? The British forces was destroying the town to force the Arcadians to relocate. Treat the town hex as clear, starting turn 3. Okay. First player to eliminate 2 enemy units wins. Okay. So on turn 3, French units enter French unit in either. Okay, hold on. So this doesn't go. Okay, turn 3, French unit in either F hex comes in. Place 1 Indian and Melissa's in the hexes marked F. Or it doesn't say any other units. That's a little strange. No leaders. All right, so basically, we start here and then we enter one more militia unit. Okay, that makes sense. And then the British would get 2 of these. All right, there we go. All right, I think we got this now. Sorry, I'm just learning this as you guys are. All right, let's see how this plays out. I'm curious now. All right. I think that's right. First player. The British are second. Place 1. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so let's go through our little sequence of play. Reinforcements. No, there are no reinforcements. This is turn 1. Okay, so this is where we got to kind of keep track of our turns. Okay, we use our little leader here, who's dead. We're on turn 1. Let's see how long this lasts. I don't think it's going to last that long. First player movement. First player moves any unit they choose. Well, I'll tell you what. My whole thing is to just come right up in this guy's face. I'm going to move right into there. I'm going to move right into there. So now he is going to have defensive fire. He's going to pick somebody and fire at him. So, if anything, I would fire definitely at the Indians. So let's see what happens. 3. He hits him. He hits him square. That's the way you do it. Now, in this scenario, he would retreat. Okay? We would have to see if he retreats. Units do not retreat from fort hexes. In all instances, when a unit is hit, roll 1d10, retreat roll. If the number rolled is equal to or less than the combat factor for that unit, it does not retreat. If the roll is higher than the combat factor, the unit must retreat 1 hex towards the retreat hexes specified in the scenario or away from the enemy. Okay, if no retreat hexes are specified. All right. If any unit that does not have green F terrain reminder, which is forced to retreat into the forest hex, not the woods, is eliminated. Okay, so he can return to it. So he needs to roll under a 3 to see if he can. Oh no, yeah, you're gone. All right, so now that that's done, geez, I wonder if this guy would move. Why would he move? He's in a town hex, but it's just considered as clear. Okay. All right. All right, so we're going to try to roll under a 5 here and see if we can hit. And no, he does not. Okay. So now, the second player movement. Second player can move any units that they choose. Well, they're being attacked, so I would think he would move out of there. Okay. That's the way I would do it. Okay. Then the first player would get defensive fire. Well, there's no range on this, so it's always 1 hex, so that's it. Actually, that's what I think that number is. Combat roll. Hold on. I think I was screwing that up. Combat roll. Combat roll. I think the 1 doesn't mean dice. It actually means it had no effect in anything that we did, but I just want to make sure that you guys know for if you guys decide to go get this. Okay, so doesn't say anything about during the fire phase, both defensive and offensive. A player may attack, a player unit may each attack any one enemy which it is adjacent or is in range of artillery fire. No, that means just range 1, which is just 1 square, which means adjacent. Okay, cool. We did it right. All right, so there's nothing else there. The second player has offensive fire, but they're not going to take offensive fire. Determined victory conditions. Nope, nothing there. So turn 2. All right, so again, I think this guy's going to come up into here. Our Indian friend is going to come here. Okay, and then what's going to happen is defensive fire. So he's going to try to roll under a 6. 9 does not hit. Okay, so that's fine. Now it becomes the first player's offensive fire. So we're going to fire into here. Remember, the Indians have 2. That's a 2. Boy, he loves to roll those 2. And he is going to retreat. And he's going to follow up. Oh, actually, before he retreats, he would roll to see if he retreats. The other unit was if they took a hit. In the other scenarios, if they took a hit, they would do. Omega Red, you know better than that. Rob never rests. No, there's no such thing. I thought you were going to take today off. No, I did. What did I do? 2 things. I'm glad to see you are playing such small little games. This is Karak over at Twitch. Thank you for popping your head in too, bro. I appreciate it. Ones that take small space, small components needed, and quick play times. So many streams, playthroughs, channels always focus on big games, mainstream darlings, and complex stuff. Thank you for bringing new and fresh things to screen for people to watch. Well, listen, thank you for the comment. It does mean a lot. I promise you one thing. We are always trying to just make it fun for everybody. I mean, that's all I can try to do. Let me move this over here. Of course, it's not always easy, but we try to do the best we can. And I appreciate those words more than you'll ever know. Okay, so here we go. So now he has to see if he retreats. All right, so he has to roll under a 4. He stays. 3, he stays. Wow, hard nose. He's going to stay there. He's going to fight it out. But he's going to get attacked here. Let's see what happens. Does he get hit? Under a 5? No. Complete miss. All right. Now, here's the thing. He can move. I think he's going to move here. He wants to get away from the Indians. All right. So the second player movement phase, it can move anywhere they choose. Now he can only move 1. He can move away, but he moved into a square where there is an enemy. So he has to freeze it right there. So he can't go any further. What's there? Oh, just nothing. Nothing that would cause anything good. If he had to go back and he didn't have, if he failed that roll, he would have been eliminated because he would have been backed up into that forest. Wow. Oh man, that guy might have saved the game for him. Okay, but here is where it gets kind of interesting because now we have first player defensive fire. All right, so now he's got to roll under a 5. Can he do it? 4, and that he rolled under a 5, so that's going to eliminate that unit. So there's nothing else going on there. Wow. So that's 1 unit eliminated in this scenario. Remember, whoever loses 2, but here we go, because now it gets interesting. First player. Well, guess what? Right there, the French are going to come in. Okay? So there's nobody there for us to fight. We're holding ground right there. And now, deployment. Okay, wait a minute. Now we start the whole sequence. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Deploy reinforcements. Okay, so now these 2 guys come in here with reckless abandon, saying, yeah, all right, you killed our bro. Now we're going to make you pay. So first player movement. So now that everybody's in with our reinforcements, well, we're going to bring the heat. We're going to come 1 here, then we're going to go 1, 2 here. Remember, he can move 3. All right, so this is going to be interesting now to see how this plays out, because now the second player defensive fire. They're going to pick a unit. Well, obviously he's going to pick and try to shoot our friends there. All right, now this doesn't matter. Okay, how many turns it goes, so we can actually get our thing in here. So now he's going to shoot into the Indians, hoping to eliminate them because they're pretty hard-nosed. He needs a 5 or under, and he gets the 3, and he kills him. Oh, now we're tied up at 1 here. Uh-oh. Next unit to die wins. He fired. Okay, that's fine. Now, defensive fire here. He's going to obviously go into there. He needs a 5 or under. Oh, he gets the 5. Is that enough? No, it's not enough. And he's going to have to be forced to retreat. Oh, Nelly. He's going to fire into here. He needs a 5 or under. Let's see what happens here. Oh, 7. It's a complete miss. It's a complete miss. Wow. First player offensive fire was not enough to... Wow. So that didn't help. So now second player movement. Second player is going to move here. Okay. Here's where it gets interesting. Does he want to move up here? To kind of surround this guy. It doesn't matter. He's got him in his sights. He can move too, but the problem is that he would move into an enemy hex, so he would freeze his movement anyways. All right, so let's see what happens here. Second player movement. Now it gets interesting. First player defensive fire against any unit of the second player that is currently adjacent to or within range of the first player. This guy's going to try to fire here, which if he doesn't, it's going to be overformed. He needs a 3 or under. Oh, he gets a 10. That's not enough. This guy here is going to fire into that unit, hoping to reduce that unit. 1. That's going to do that. Okay. Oh, but he killed him. He killed him. The French win the day. The French win the day. The French win the day. Oh, the French win the day. Wow. Wow. That was cool. That's a neat little game. So let me just move this stuff. Let's take a look at some of these battles here, because I'm sure there's all kinds of nasty things that you have to deal with. Nice little quick entry level French and Indian War game. Okay. That was September 4th, 1755. And then we have 1759. So yeah, we do cover some ground here. So let's take a look here. I'm going to move this out of the way and get this cleaned up a little bit here. All right, let me move that. Nice little game. Nice short little solo. You can play it with 2 players. You can play it solo. You know, if you just clear your mechanism and just react to the situations, you're always going to be fine. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at this book. This book has my interest now, because there's a bunch of things in here. Let's go up top. Lock and Load have this 15% off for those interested. Look at that. Irrigator, how are you? What's up? All right, let's go. Let's do our top down here. All right, so as you can see, you open this up. All right, very simple. Not a lot. There's more things about, hey, game questions. If you're looking for a game question, if you're just looking for other gamers who to chat with, well, go what? Go to the forums at lnlpublishing.com. There you go. There you go. Explains everything. On your sheet here, it tells you all the penalties. We didn't have to deal with any of this terrain yet, but there you go. And then your sequence of play, which I was going from. Your movement, your reinforcements, your fire, your combat, retreat, advance after. Okay, and then you go right into the rest of the book is scenarios. So we did these first 2. Okay, let's see what else they got here. Missed the title. Oh, I'm sorry. Listen, I read the comments, brah. I read the comments. Savage Wilderness. The French and Indian War, and it's from our friends over at Lock and Load Publishing. There you go. Saw the notification late, just got here. Oh, I'm sorry. We've been on for about an hour. All right, let's take a look. Fort Bull. Okay, so this is where they were talking about forts. Okay, there are no retreating in forts. Okay, we're going to place a Marine. Both reduce malice. 1 Indian unit in a hex marked F. So they're going to be surrounding this fort. The British are the second player. Place one line and leader in B. No reinforcements. The French player must eliminate the British unit and occupy the fort. The British must inflict just 3 hits. That's all they got to do is hit 3, induce 3 hits. Wow. Mercer's Massacre. That's interesting. So it's not, oh, wow, look at this one. Okay, so now you're going to start seeing something for Fort Oswego. All right. And you can see all the different, there's different cards in there to do different things. German Flats. Okay, this is a 3-part, battle I saw in there, and I was wondering what this was. You're going to have some guns. You're going to have some cannons in this one. All right. So now this is part 1, the Battle of Fort Frederick. Then part 2. Then then there would be part 3. Wow. Look, even more stuff. I mean, uh-oh. I mean, there. Look at the number of scenarios in here. Bloody Run, Devil's Hole. Oh, the War 1812. Yeah, count me in. If that's coming, count me in. I'm gonna get hold of Dave. A Glorious Cause. Battle of the Revolutionary War. I love that stuff. Lee at Gettysburg. Wow. Just wow. Complexity 2. Solitary play. Just off the charts. Time to play about an hour to 2 hours. Yeah, guess what? I mean, we wrapped this up pretty quickly. We did it in about an hour. Right? I mean, that's what I'm talking about. That's a keeper, folks. That's a keeper. That's a keeper. You missed the title. The title's on the name of the stream, bro. Oh, man. Listen. Simple. To the point. Fun. You know, just one of those things where everything's kept nice and neat in front of you, where you can, you know, control everything. There's not 95 different charts, which, believe me, I love those games too. But nice, quick thing that you can go through and have a good time with. Look at that, 6 o'clock, perfect timing for me to go eat dinner. Listen, I want to spend a little more time with you guys. I want to get this in. Thanks, Rob. Very fun. We'll have to give this one a go myself when I can get it. Yeah. Yeah, just check with Lock and Load Publishing. They're fantastic. Their responses are just ridiculous, and they'll take very good care of you. Guys, I hope you really enjoyed this. You know, just we double streamed today, early in the morning, this evening. Wanted to make sure that you know, we gave you something a little, you know, take you away from the monotony of just being at home. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this and found a lot of fun out of this. Thanks, Rob. Hey, check out Freeman's Farm. I got it. It's right up there. I'm looking right at it. That is one that we're going to do very soon too. I heard good things about Freeman's Farm. So, you know, we'll pop that one out here too. I just saw something really quick. I was actually going to come out here and start doing the Hunters. But I saw this and I thought it was so different. I figured, oh, why don't we do something a little bit different? And sure enough, that's what we did. All right, my dear friends. I hope you all have a blessed day. I will see you guys tomorrow. Remember, every single day we try to stream. We were trying to stream every single day. We streamed twice yesterday, twice today. That's a lot of streaming. That's a lot of streaming. All right. You guys are the best. Take care of yourself. Be safe. We will definitely see you tomorrow. Next week, just get this. Next week, when we turn this on, you're not going to see all that stuff in the back. It's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to try to fix things up, hopefully. So hopefully it stays cool during the week here, because it's supposed to cool down, and we'll be able to do that. All right. You are all the best. I wish you the best. Be kind to each other. I love you. Love you all very much. Be safe. We'll see you tomorrow.